Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and I'm back with another video 3 days in a row. You're gonna have another one on Friday and another one on Sunday. So I told you, a barrage of videos this week. Okay, so we are currently in the Love Notions sale week, which means everything in the shop, with the exception of the newest pattern release, we'll talk about that in a second, is 40% off. So this means patterns and classes across the board. You can use the code CAT10 for an additional 10% off that 40% off price, which is fantastic. So I'm just coming at you with a whole bunch of inspiration. Also want to remind you, Color Guru is having a sale as well this week. Tomcat Color will get you an additional 10% off the 10% sale that's running. So you use Mother at checkout, that gets you 10% off, and then Tomcat Color will get you an additional 10% off that new price. So it's not quite 20%, but close, off of all of their services. So if you've ever thought about gifting a color consultation for any of your loved ones, or getting one for yourself, now is the time. It's a great time to do that. Okay, guys, let's talk about the newest addition to the Love Notions catalog. I was not a tester for this, but I did get access to the pattern before the release today, obviously, so that I could make some up. It's so good. Okay, so this is the newest pattern. This is the Lenox top, dress, and bodysuit. It's got a whole bunch of different versions. We'll talk about that here in a second. I made up a top and a dress, and we're going to talk about, now this is on a release sale. So like all Love Notions patterns, when they're first released, they're on sale for the first week. That will be the case with this, but it's just the release sale. And you can get an additional 10% off this as well with CAT10, K-A-T-10. It's K-A-T, not C-A-T. CAT10. But so you can get an additional 10% off still with that, but this is not included in the 40% off sale because it's the brand new pattern. Okay, I wanted to talk about my versions and then some of the other Love Notions patterns that you could pair with these to really get the most out of your wardrobe. All right, so let's talk about the pattern real quick. So this is a knit pattern and it features a sweetheart neckline or a square neckline. It comes in a dress with a long skirt that has a slit. Can you see the slit? I'll show you pictures here in a second. But it has a slit, or you can omit the slit if you don't want the slit. So a maxi length or an above the knee length skirt. Obviously you can make the skirt however long you want. It comes with a crop top option, or it has a bodysuit option. So if you're one that is into likes not having to worry about things getting tucked in, it's got the snaps in the crotch so that you can easily go to the restroom. But it does have a bodysuit option. I've not made that one yet. My sister loves bodysuits. She wears them to work quite frequently under her work pants and like under a jacket because it just keeps everything nice and smooth. So I am tempted to try one. But anyway, tons of different options, tons of different sleeve options. Comes in the extra small up to the 5XL size range. All of the tester options have been looking really good because I did have access to the testing group at the end so I could see everyone's versions. So many good ones. And it comes with the standard bust or full bust front. I have made the mediums, and both of these mediums with full bust fronts, and then I have shortened them 1 inch at the waist for the top and also for the bodice of the dress. And then the skirt of the dress, I shortened an additional 2 inches. I probably could have gotten away with just shortening it 1 inch at the skirt because I like the length. It's a little bit more midi and I really think that's fun, but I probably would have been fine just shortening it 1 inch at the skirt and then the 1 inch at the bodice. But yeah, that's the only alterations that I made to these patterns to get them to fit me, which are very typical in Love Notions. Okay. Let's talk about each version and I'll walk you through kind of different patterns that you could pair with them if you need some inspiration. So let's start with the top here. Okay, so this is the sweetheart neckline. And I was trying to get it all straight on Sally here, but the boobs kept moving. Be some issues. I used for this one the cotton spandex fabric that I love from Minerva. This is in the color Old Gold. Love this color. I had actually bought this fabric hoping it would be a little bit more orange so that I could recreate my title dress that got ruined. But as you saw on Monday, I did find some fabric, a Ponte actually, that I'm going to be using for that one. So I decided for this one, it'd be just a great t-shirt. I don't have a t-shirt of this color in my wardrobe, and I love to wear this kind of mustard color. It's just really beautiful. So yeah. And I say mustard, it's called Old Gold. I would say that while you could call this mustard, it is not quite as brown as a lot of mustards or as like an ochre color would be. So this one is a little bit yellow that has some orange in there. It's close to what my dress, and I would have used this and loved it. But then when I found the one that had a little bit more orange in it, that was perfect. So this became a top. I love this fabric. This is my favorite cotton spandex jersey, and it comes in a whole bunch of colors. But what I love about this pattern is the way they have you finishing off the neckline. So this obviously is the sweetheart, and you sew everything in. It's very easy. You sew in the band, and then you just, here, I'll strip her here in a second to show you the actual insides, how you finish this off. But basically, you fold it in half like you would a continuous bias placket kind of, and you just sew diagonally at the tip there to get this point. And I have seen ready-to-wear V-necks do this quite frequently. So it's like a cheater way to do a V-neck line without having to have your neckband come to a point. So this neckband is just a straight piece. I'll show it to you here in just a second. And then there's princess seams, which actually make fitting a dream. And then the band gets sewn around the back neck. So you can see there's a gap here. Again, I'll show you here up close here in just a second on what that looks like on the inside. It's just a very interesting way to construct the neckline. It makes it really easy. So I would definitely, don't let the neckline scare you. They're beautiful to wear. I think they frame the face just fabulously. And they're different, but they're not hard to sew. So don't let that scare you. Obviously went with the short sleeve. Now I had some sewing issues when I was making this because this was actually, I think, the first, well, no, it wasn't. I threaded my serger incorrectly. I was changing just the furthest left color so that I could have a thread that matched in case it pulled apart, which thank goodness, because it does pull. And I couldn't figure out, like, why is my tension off? And went, oh, anyway, I had not pulled it correctly through the tension dials. So, but I was already like, I was able to go back and fix some parts of this shirt. This one's fine. The tension was fine when I did this one. I did second, but you can see up here the shoulder seams where I just couldn't get to that without like taking sleeves off. And I just didn't want to unpick, yeah, my stitching. So it's a design feature now. And then I did the top stitching on the neckband just with my regular sewing machine with a regular stretch stitch because your neckline doesn't have to stretch to get over your head. I did use my cover stitch on the sleeve hems and also on the hem of the bottom of the shirt. So I did use the cover stitch because those do need to stretch. But I'm very pleased with how this came out. Ways you can wear this with other Love Notions patterns. I would totally pair this with the Allegros. You could do shorts, or I've not made the skirt, but you could very easily pair this with the skirt. I'll pop pictures of patterns I've made that I could definitely pair from my closet. So my brown Allegros would be perfect to go with this. I think that's a fantastic color combination. Also, easily pairable with the glissandos. I love color blocking. I think that's a fun way to wear bright color in summer. So I would definitely pair these with my red glissandos, as well as I think I would pair them with my cropped glissandos, my kind of a, what'd you call that coral, I guess, salmon-y colored cropped glissandos. I've been wearing those a ton this spring and love those. And so I think that would be a great one to pair with these as well. Alternatively, the legatos. If you're nervous about making jeans, there is a jean making class that is also on sale that walks you through how to make the legatos at Love Notions specifically. But the legatos kind of have a choose your own adventure feature. So you can pick if you have a flatter butt or a curvier butt, you can pick if you need it the tall, standard or petite rise, depending on your body. And you can pick a contoured waistband or a straight waistband, depending on what your waist situation is, if you go in a lot at the waist or if you're straighter through that area. It's just a really great pattern. And the petite, tall standard, it's not only the rise, it's also in the leg. So it really helps you getting a pair of jeans to fit you well as well. Obviously, we're going into warmer months. I enjoy a good light colored denim, and I have not made a pair in the light colored denim. I've just made my dark wash pair, which I love. But I will link down below a source for stretch white denim, which is kind of hard to find right now. But Minerva has one in their core range. I have not sewn with this before, but I noticed that there have been a couple of people that have posted even in the white denim jeans that they have made with it and talked about how it's not see-through and how much they love it. So I would definitely buy this if I were making myself a pair of white jeans. I have a pair of ready-to-wear that I've grabbed, so I'm not in the market for a pair right now, but my daughter is in the market for a pair of jean shorts, of white denim jean shorts. So I might be buying this fabric for her for that. But yeah, it comes in a whole bunch of different colors. So I would feel pretty confident to recommend that. Also, anything that I've used from the Minerva Core range has just been very curated very well. So I would feel comfortable myself buying it. So if you're looking for stretch white denim, I will leave that link down below as well. And then finally, I would also put on there, oh, and the glissando also comes with a skirt, which would be absolutely wonderful. So I have not made the skirt, but it would be wonderful. And then finally, have I made the skirt? No, I made the skirt for my daughter, didn't I? I have made the skirt just for my daughter. Okay, and then finally, the Sybil Illusion skirt. If you do not have this pattern in your stash, right now is a great time to buy it while it's on sale, because you get so many knit skirt patterns. And not only that, you can mix and match the skirt bottoms with the Tessa sheath dress top to make dresses, basically. So you can use the Tessa top and then put any of those skirt bottoms on the bottom and get a lot of different looks for knit dresses if that's if you enjoy a good knit dress. But the Tessa Illusion skirt period is just really wonderful. I've made 2 of the faux wrap ones. It's a great skirt pattern, and it would be so cute paired with this top as well. And if you did it in the same fabric, it would look kind of like a faux dress that then you could wear the pieces separate, which I think is always fun. So that is the Sweetheart neckline. Oh, I was going to show you the inside. Disregard Sally now that she's undressed. Put her out of frame. Okay, so as you can see, so once you sew the band onto the front, this little area here gets like pinched out, and then you just press it flat. So what I sewed the band and kept with the curve of the top as I was serging, and then you take the top. So here's the 2, it's one piece because this is let me stay in my light here, because this is princess seams, and you fold it in half, and then as you can see here, I'll unpress it. You just sew diagonally 1/4 of an inch from the top where it's folded down to the seam allowance here at the bottom. And then when you open it up, you just press that flat and you get a beautiful V neckline. And again, I have a lot of ready-to-wear tops that I've seen do it this way. So it's very much a ready-to-wear option. And then you can see where the bands they go around the back of the neck meet up here, and they get caught into this bottom seam as well. Obviously the instructions walk you through exactly, and then it all gets top stitched down. So yeah, so there is here at the front kind of a gaping where those 2 overlap, but it's a beautiful, not gaping, but they aren't connected. It's not one continuous band, but I think it adds just a really beautiful neckline. And it's done the same way with the square neckline, except the square you're just sewing straight across. You don't do the little pinch for the center. So that is the top. Okay. Next is my dress. Folks, this is the square neckline. I already walked you through the alterations I made. This fabric is Stoff, and I got it from University of Sewing. And it is a digital, like a photograph that has been, or photographs that have been put onto fabric. The colors are what grabbed me immediately. I have sewn now with Stoff fabrics a few times, and it's all Stoff that I got. Stoff is I think they're French fabric company. Their jerseys are just phenomenal, and the prints are really gorgeous as well. University of Sewing that sponsors my Bernina they carry them, and so that's where I have bought mine. This they still have available, but just a little bit. And it is pictures, I believe, from Tokyo. I'm pretty sure that that's what Margaret told me that runs it. But it's the colors. And I think when you, mix it with the princess seams and stuff, and I kept all of the pictures going the same way, like nothing's upside down. But when you break it up with the princess seams, it looks more abstract and less like a digital print. So you just really get the colors. I love this dress so much. So the waist finishes a little bit higher than your natural waist, just a little bit, and then flares out into this beautiful kind of an A-line skirt, maybe a little fuller than an A-line, but the skirt also has the princess seams. And then there's the option for this slit that is here at the bottom, which I put in. I'm just over the moon with this dress. It's just beautiful. Again, I shortened the bodice an inch because that's what I have to do to raise that waist up to where my waist is. And I did 2 inches of the skirt. I probably could have gotten away with 1, but yeah, that's what that did. And then I medium with the full bust on this. Just love this fabric. Again, there is still some university sewing, but I think it does say low stock. So if you want it, grab it now. But it was beautiful to work with. It washed beautifully. It sewed beautifully. I mean, it curled, jersey curls. That's just what jersey does. But this wasn't as bad as many that I've used before. And it just wears beautifully. It's really nice. It's a really nice knit. It actually reminds me of, I used to shop Hannah Anderson for my daughter when she was little. And because I loved their fabrics that they used, the prints, but also just the weight of it. It was just such a beautiful knit jersey, like a cotton spandex knit jersey. This reminds me of that. So big fan of the stuff. Anyway, love the print, and I can't wait to wear this thing. I think that these colors are going to allow me to wear this not only in the summer, because I think it is bright enough to wear in the summer, but I think I'm going to be able to take this into the fall pretty easily as well. I would 100% pair this with a Metro Blazer over it. I wear the Metro Blazer over my Harmony dress hack that I made, of which I'm wearing a Harmony today. I kind of forgot about this. It was in my closet, and I went upstairs to kind of pull a few things for just for filming and stuff, because I haven't really gone through to look for summer stuff, just spring stuff right now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it was kind of smashed in between a couple of shirts. I'm like, I forgot about that, and this is one of my favorite fabrics and favorite shirts. So glad that I rediscovered it. But I would definitely pair my white Metra over this, and I think that that would be stunning. In the when it got full fall, I would even do my plaid Metro Blazer, I think, over it. I think that those coppery colors that are in my plaid Metro Blazer would pull beautifully from this, and that would be a lot of fun to pair those together. So definitely you can pair the Metro Blazer over this. I also think that this would be really cute with the Melody Dolman. The Melody Dolman has a tie front option. I made it for my daughter, posted here for you to see, but this would be so cute worn over it and then tied, because then you would have more of a skirt situation, but you would still, if you left it open, the Melody Dolman open, you would still see the dress. I just think it would be a really good layering piece over top of that and get a little bit more bang for your buck a little bit with the dress, a little bit more ways to wear it. I mean, also the aria. I've not made myself a plain aria myself one, but I have made one for my sister. Pop her up there. She's not my same color palette, but I would definitely, you could tie the aria in the front if you wanted something with more of a long sleeve. You could roll it. I think it would be great. And I had mentioned before, we were shopping for a few things for my daughter for Italy, and we were in a store, and I bought her this cute little dress that was kind of fitted at the waist, a fit and flare kind of, but they had it paired with a t-shirt over top of it that was then tied at the waist, so then it looked like a skirt. And I was thinking that is such a perfect way for you to wear, you know, we can take a couple of dresses, but you can get more wear out of them because it'll look like a skirt and a dress so that we can pack less. I love that idea. So I think you could also do that with this. You could put a t-shirt over top, whether it's the classic t-shirt, or, I mean, gosh, any t-shirt really. You could just a graphic t-shirt that you have in your closet. But tying that at the waist would also be really cute. And the classic t-shirt's a more relaxed t-shirt as well. So you would have enough space at the bottom, I think, to be able to tie that pretty easily. It's just really, really a great pattern, and I think you could get a lot of versatility in your closet with these. And the necklines are just so beautiful. Again, dress, crop top, bodysuit, t-shirt. So many options. So many options for all the age ranges. My daughter would be all about the crop top, and probably the bodysuit too, to be honest, as it goes into cooler weather, really. Anyway, grab the Lenox today. It's on sale for the next week. It's not the 40% off, but it is on sale at the normal release price, sale release price, but you can use CAT10 to get an additional 10% off. Okay, guys, that's all I have for today. I hope you've enjoyed the past 2 pattern releases that I've been able to send your way. I will be back again on Friday with the final video for the sale week, but we're going to be doing a sew the look. I did a sew the look for Jenny, actually, so that will be on Friday. And then again Sunday, I had a sew along that went up on Monday, but I'll be talking more about that and my version, and then linking the sew along again for you on Sunday's video. Whew. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you again on Friday. Bye.